Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Peachy and this is Plant and Style. Today's video, we're going to work with some plant styling. Behind me is my Ikea greenhouse cabinet, Fabrikor to be specific. So she is in need of a major reset because currently she's looking like a storage greenhouse, which is basically the main purpose of this cabinet. But since it is sitting in this living room where most of my family spent a lot of time, I really would like it to look more like part of my decor, be more aesthetically pleasing because, just to be fair, because not everyone in this house is a plant person. So at least if everything is looking fabulous or just clean and well organized, then I think that it's a fair trade. So without further ado, I'm going to time lapse the reorganization, and then at the very end, I'm going to give you a tour of how it turned out and also a tour of the plants that I picked that is going to live in this greenhouse from now on. So I think it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Today is the day. We got one day, so let's not waste it and let's get to work. Hi guys, so we are done with the first part, that is taking out all of the plants that was in there and cleaning up the entire cabinet, making sure it's squeaky and fresh for the new plants that is going to move in. I'm going to use this acrylic shelf. These are corner shelf. I got this from Etsy from the seller. One would think, I believe. She's got a quite established reviews in there, so I really wanted something on the cheap side, and as far as the price, it's the cheapest I could find that would replace the glass. Budget was $50 or less, so this is 25 each, basically $50 and some change tax. Actually, it was free shipping as well. Feels very sturdy, and I think that it's got the 3/8 inches in thickness, which is quite important with this kind of shelving because obviously I have a ton of plants and it's going to be heavy with the pond substrate. Also, imagine a pot full of rocks, unlike soil, can be a little more light, especially when dry, but pond is constantly heavy. And so I'm gonna need some sturdy shelves, and hopefully this will do it, which I think 100% should do it. Okay, so it comes with a paper backing to protect the surface and not getting scratched. Look at how clear that is. It's so cool. I love the holes. I have some circle holes in there just so we can have better airflow, and I'm able to also hang my grow lights over here because it's quite difficult to find a way to mount your grow lights on a glass, which the only thing that has worked for me is using magnets, but then it's not very stable. I'm constantly knocking over the magnets, therefore the lights falling off. All right, we are done. I got them both peeled and nice. Ouch. Okay, so I'm gonna pull you closer so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we ran into some issue. I didn't think this through. I thought that I was gonna be able to place this other corner this way so it will have like a butterfly shelf, but unfortunately that it's gonna have to sit on top of this other shelf, which is not ideal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to adjust and raise this corner like so, rearranging the shelf support that came with the cabinet, and I want to put it low enough so that I can have more space. The good thing about this is it can be rearranged anytime as well, so that is looking great, I think. Now I have also attached, I just used some handy dandy zip ties or cable ties, and cable tie the Barrina lights that I already have in this cabinet. I think this works better. Now I'm just gonna have to do some cable management so it would look more organized and presentable. So I don't really have anything planned out except using cable ties. Handy dandy cable ties so I can just snip it when I have to move it. In my case, it's always going to be covered by plants anyways, so I don't worry too much about the cable management. It's mostly to get it away from my plants, you know. Okay, and then I also have this USB fan, so I want to hang it on top with, again, more cable tie because I don't want it touching the glass wall because it's gonna make a lot of noise. So let's test it out. Yeah, fabulous. Okay, let me turn this off for now. I really like this fan because it can be very, very strong, which, see, that's the strongest that I have. So when it's too humid in there, I can raise the strength of the fan. So I have side grow lights as well with the use of the magnet. I'm using a flathead screw. It's small. I'm gonna leave the link of the product that I bought from Amazon. Attach it to this clamp that came with the Barrina lights. So you need this magnet as well. This is what it looks like when you buy it from Amazon. So you can just easily clamp it on the Barrina lights. So I think I'm gonna keep having this lighting over here because I want the plants to face me, to face the front, because it looks better that way. So I used cable ties to just secure the cable into this shelf support thing right here, and so that the cords will be tucked in that corner. I forgot to tell you that I have drilled this hole, well actually my husband did, for the cables and for the management of it. And this cabinet used to be in blue, by the way. Also, I forgot to mention that. And you can still see the scratches over here. And I just have this plastic liner on top to prevent it from getting scratched even more. And now it's time for the fun part, and that is to start bringing in the plants. are done for the reveal. I am super duper excited, you guys. All of a sudden, my most hated cabinet becomes my most favorite cabinet to date. Oh my goodness, how is that even possible? All it took was a switcheroo of corner acrylic shelf and replacing the plants that live here. Yeah, so I'm very excited to show you guys and give you a tour of the new and fabulous Fabrikor greenhouse cabinet. Dun dun dun! Oh my lord, I am in love. I love the variety of plants in here, and these are the plants that are giving me all the serotonin. And yeah, definitely loving these plants currently, and it's so definitely my vibe, so aesthetically pleasing. I obviously added a whole lot just to add some texture, colors, different heights, and some trailing plants. I love it. So I'm gonna give you guys a close-up. It looks so much better now. I am so in love. Starting from the top left shelf over here, we have this beautiful Hoya. This is the Asami Clone 1 that I got from Sam's Hoyas over at Instagram. This is currently one of my favorite trailing Hoyas because it is so prolific. I really love that. And then another current favorite Hoya right here. This is the Hoya lacunosa mint coin variety. My goodness, the silvery and plumpness on this leaf is just so satisfying. It's so cute. And then at the very back over there is combination of Alocasia scalprum and Alocasia silver dragon over there. Over here is the Alocasia nebula. This is also a previous resident already in here. And then we have this string of turtles in a turtle planter. This guy lives here as well, and it's very happy. So this is the only spot that this plant has been happy for me, so I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna let it stay. Here we have my Ceratostema and that is just, it was in a rehab cabinet forever. So I figured it's time. So the blooms are already dropping. But this plant is constantly blooming for me for the past year. So hopefully it will like this cabinet. And then here we have my Anthurium magnificum no ID. This newest leaf is still expanding and it is really getting too crowded in the Anthurium cabinet, so I figured it's time to move him out since I do have another one of these that is sitting in the other cabinet. And then here is a Tazula red crystal hybrid with dock block. It is so dark and reddish, pinkish, purplish in color, and it's got pink veins as you can see. So this is already a hardening new leaf. So it's still very soft though, not quite there yet, but definitely gorgeous and definitely is in need of a repot as well. So I'm waiting for this to fully harden and I'm gonna do that. And then we have, this is Alocasia poly, I believe, or Amazonica, I'm not quite sure, but this used to be variegated and it reverted. And we have here my Alocasia Frydek, who is dormant currently, and I've recently repotted its babies that I grew from corm on its pot, so hopefully it will grow as a bushy pot someday. So right now it's not the best looking, but it was living in here already, and I've done enough pain for this deck, so I really don't want to lose this last leaf of the mother plant. So, and then we have, this is my variegated Alocasia sinuata Oria that I recently got, and I repotted it in pond, and now it has a new leaf coming through. I'm very excited about that. And this is my Alocasia black velvet, variegated Alocasia black velvet, and it is also coming in with a new leaf after a repot from soil as well. And this is just a candle votive that I repurposed as a reservoir because I think it's really cute. And then we have here my variegated Comingiana, who is getting pink sun stressing from the Hoya cabinet, and it just sprouted 2 vines from the top, so it's going to branch out pretty soon, and it's really compact. So I am unsure about this plant, so I feel like I should put it back in there now that I think about it, because I do love that pink sun stressing on the new leaf, but I'm gonna let it stay for a little bit and see if it's going to grow beautifully. This one right here is my other Dorayaki Forgetii hybrid that I received as a gift from Jonah. And then here is my Bambino, my Alocasia, variegated Alocasia pink Bambino that I love so much. This plant is so easygoing. She's unstoppable. She's getting bushy. I cannot believe how many leaves that she have, considering it's an Alocasia. And then behind it is the reverted sibling. And then we have over here is my Syndapsis, variegated Syndapsis jade satin that I chopped completely, leaving only 1 node and 1 leaf. And this is its newest leaf. I was trying to promote more variegation, and it's back, so hopefully it continues on. And then we have over here is my variegated Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, and this I grew these 2 leaves under my care in this cabinet, and it seems pretty happy. I've already given it a pole, and yeah, it's ready to climb up, hopefully. And then here we have my dream plant, one of my dream plants, my Philodendron caramel marble. We're getting some browning from the travel, I believe, from the acclimation. It probably needs a repot as well, but I'm gonna leave it alone because it's still acclimating. Yeah, I think it's going to be fine. I think it's on its way to being fully acclimatized into this cabinet. And then here is my Anthurium napo that I got from the Pacific Expo. It was on the rehab cabinet for a while, and I think it's ready to come out. It's ready for a little higher light. Hopefully this will do fine because I love the contrast, the color from many variegated to like fully dark green leaf. So I think it's really unique amongst the rest of the plants in here. And then here we have, this is my Alocasia silver dragon that is yellow variegated, or the Oria, and she's coming in with a new leaf as well. That is so exciting. I got this as a 1-leafer that was grown from corm though, so since then the original leaf is gone, it's long gone, but I've had some beautiful colors. The yellow variegation will fade into a bright white like this, so very excited to see this one mature. This is my variegated Philodendron biliaceae that is a tissue cultured. And then I've already grown this leaf under my care, and now we have a very thick caterpillar coming through, so I reckon it is ready to push out a new leaf as well. And then we have over here is my Hoya Freckle Splash. This is probably one of my top Hoyas right now because of the, oh my god, that leaf right there at the bottom, that's my mother leaf cutting. It is just so satisfying. I can't even believe that this plant is real. Like, oh my god, and it is exploding in growth as well. So many new leaves, so hopefully this cabinet is just fine for it. It might not be enough lighting, but we'll see. So far I have moved this Hoya into 3 different cabinets and it didn't budge at all. So yeah, I reckon it's going to be fine. I think it's a very hardy carnosa. And then we have another one of my dream plants that I received from that haul. This is my Philodendron Snowdrift, and this is the newest leaf that unfurled under my care. And the new leaf comes in with a hue of pink, with a pink hue. And I especially love this leaf right here because of this green variegation right there. Then we have a random Dion Edul right here that I don't know what to do with it just yet. So it's staying alive in this cabinet, so I'm not gonna mess with it. And maybe it's dormant currently, but I really would love this to have a new leaf under my care pretty soon. So I'm still hoping that I'm able to grow that one. Over here is a free cutting that I received as a low variegated Begonia Genie Galaxy. But then look at this new leaf. Oh shucks, I just spilled all over. Look at this new leaf right here. What? It is highly variegated. That is just so cool. And it's got a bunch of new leaves as well. I've propagated this in water, and I've moved it in recently into pond because it had enough roots, and it grew roots like nobody's business. I cannot believe that. It's so satisfying to watch this one grow its roots. And yeah, hopefully it likes pond. It's a begonia, and I assume it's going to like consistent moisture. So hopefully I'm right. But yeah, very lucky to have that in my collection as a freebie. Actually, that's a freebie from my black velvet plant that I received. And there you have it, you guys. Ikea Fabrikor greenhouse cabinet. I adore it with all my heart. It is so lush. It's very interesting. So every single plant has its own character and story to tell. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'm very much open to any suggestions and tips, because that's what we are here for, to learn from each other. And there you have it, you guys. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell down below so you'll be notified when my future video drops. Again, thank you all so much. I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope to see you on my next video. Bye!